Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Corey with the Mills team at Keller Williams Realty. I am here with my partner, Taylor Vanoy, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what we're seeing in the market. Taylor's actually been pretty busy over the past week, so I'm going to ask her a few questions, just kind of how she's showing houses, what kind of activities she's seeing, and things like that. So, Taylor, what are you seeing right now with buyers and sellers out in the market?
So currently, it's kind of crazy. I've actually been extremely busy the past couple weeks with clients, both buyers and sellers. I've seen a few people, buyers, especially buyers I've been working with for a while now, who are kind of going to step back. They want to kind of see how things are going, especially I know if anyone would be worried about job status and things like that. Some buyers, depending on what works best for them at this time, are taking a step back just to see what's going to happen in the next few weeks or months. Whereas I have other clients who, have no choice one way or another but to move forward. So they are still actively looking for homes. A couple of my listings, they're still allowing showing, things like that. Obviously taking a lot of extra precautions, but, they are still needing to move forward. So I have been actively showing virtually, or I've done a couple face-to-face showings.
Yeah.
We have noticed a lot of sellers or listing agents taking extra precautions and adding those extra showing instructions into showing time, as far as maybe they're putting gloves or booties out, masks, hand sanitizer, things like that. So we are being very careful and taking a lot of extra precautions, but as we know, the show goes on and a lot of people do need to move forward.
Right. So when it comes to showings, I mean, I've still been meeting people at
Mhm.
houses, once again, taking extreme precaution on stuff like that. But you seem to have done a quite a bit more virtual showings than I've done up to this point. So tell me a little bit about what that looks like for you, how you're getting those showings done.
So basically, the way I've been doing it this far is FaceTime calls.
Okay.
Um, Everyone has had access to FaceTime, all clients I've been doing these virtual tours with. Obviously, if not, we could have used Zoom or any other app out there. But we've been doing FaceTime calls, so I set it up just like any other showing. And what I've been doing is I'll get to the house, go in, unlock everything. Most of the time, sellers are already keeping most doors open, lights turned on, things like that, to limit any touching and physical contact with services, things like that. Go overview look of the house, and then I'll go ahead and call my clients on a FaceTime call.
Hmm.
And I do it just like I would a normal showing, as far as the flow of the showing. But I always just go, room to room. I stop in every room, make sure, I answer all their questions, ask them if they have any other, additional features of the home that they really want me to show them in detail through the FaceTime call. But
Right.
basically, just, I mean, the as far as the process of the showing is the exact same I would do face to face. It's just FaceTime calls.
Gotcha. Okay. And now you actually I think on like Saturday or Sunday, you had a virtual showing where you actually, I think you showed them several houses virtually, and then
Mhm.
um, they wrote an offer on a property and got under contract, right?
Yes, that's correct. So actually showed them. I showed them late last week, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, okay.
We looked at probably 5 or 6 homes through virtual tours,
Okay.
and they did feel confident enough in the FaceTime call to go ahead and put an offer in. They knew that with interest rates being very volatile right now and things like that, they wanted to go ahead and lock a rate in.
Right.
So they did go ahead and we did put a contract in on a house that they had never actually physically seen. They just did FaceTime calls. Now, I did go out to the house on 3 different occasions,
Right.
um, both once with the wife only, once with the husband only, and then them together, so
Okay.
that they could kind of ask any additional questions that were missed from before. So we did do very detailed FaceTime calls on multiple occasions, but they did feel confident enough to go ahead and submit an offer. So the seller did accept our offer. So we're now under contract.
Awesome.
Now, we do plan to get them into the house, obviously, during this option period, when the inspector goes out to get eyes on it. But as far as,
And when,
FaceTime calls and virtual tours, it worked out well in their favor, and they felt no hesitation with moving forward with putting an offer in.
okay. And when you wrote the contract up, I mean, y'all didn't meet face to face or anything. You just, everything was electronic,
No.
right?
Yeah, we did. We talked on the phone. I went through everything with them. We both had it pulled up on our computers, and I just kind of walked them through the contract and different documents. And then we signed everything electronically through DocuSign. So
Okay.
we never had face to face contact with those particular clients.
Okay. Have you ever actually met? I mean, you haven't met them at all?
I've never actually met them in person. We will this week, but we've video chatted and talked on the phone, but never in person to today.
Okay, awesome. That's interesting. And then, I've had a lot of people ask me personally if we're even still showing homes. I'll get calls off of our website or people that see our listings on Zillow or Facebook, whatever. And there's some people who are kind of like you said, still need to move forward, and they're calling saying, "Hey, are you guys still showing houses?" And depending on, for anybody who's watching this, depending on where you're located, obviously you need to abide by your government rules or whatever. If you're not supposed to be out showing houses, don't be. But here in Grayson County, Cook County, we haven't seen any kind of stay-at-home order or saying that we shouldn't be out showing. And obviously, when we are, we're taking extreme precaution. I've got my, hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes to go. So safety first whenever we're out showing these houses. But anyways, Taylor, thanks for kind of giving us some insight on how you're still moving forward in this business and still, servicing, helping your clients meet their goals with real estate. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely am, saying let's virtually look at these houses first. And I totally understand it's a crazy concept to put a offer in on a house that you've never actually physically seen. But in our world today, it's kind of becoming one of those things of the new norm.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, suggesting virtual tours first. But if we are going face to face, just taking, extreme precautions, like you said, and making sure that we're all staying safe.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Well, and another thing, just to kind of add on to what we've talked about, a lot of people are asking what's going on with the market. How is real estate reacting to COVID-19? And, we update our blog constantly from some very reliable sources, is where we're getting our information from. So, anybody that wants to check that out just to get a better idea, it's themealsteam.com/blog. There's a lot of good information on there. And we're just trying to keep as much information for our clients and really just anybody who is a homeowner that's interested in something like that. So we'll put a link to that down in the comment section. But if you guys have any questions about buying or selling, everybody's situation is different. Feel free to reach out to myself or Taylor, to see how we can help you in your specific circumstances, whether it's best to wait and pull back or move forward, go ahead and write an offer and get the home that you're needing right now. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, just give us a shout. We'll talk to you
Thank you.